Hey, this is Barry Canada from L3 Success and LunchtimeRecordings.com. And this is one of the most exciting episodes I've ever had to produce. Seriously, because you're going to be able to learn a new skill in 20 hours. Everything I've ever heard of in the past was that it takes 10,000 hours to perfect yourself, to become perfect. And really, there's no such thing as perfect, as we discussed yesterday, but to become proficient, to become an expert, to become very good at a particular skill, it takes 10,000 hours is what they've always preached. Now you can learn a new skill in 20 hours. And this is not an advertisement. This is something, this is a suggestion to you. This is inspiration to you, because for all of you out there who's been, looking to learn something new, you thought you had to go to school and learn these things, but now all it takes is one book and 20 hours of your time, and you can learn to fly jets. You can learn programming, computer programming. You can learn all kinds of skills in 20 hours, So, I mean, if you're not excited about that, then you need to check your pulse. I got a pulse, and I'm excited about this. I'm telling you. I think that one of the most important things you can do for yourself is to learn a new skill. And now that you understand that it doesn't take, 10,000 hours to do it, maybe this right here would be enough to motivate you to go ahead and move ahead and do this, whatever you want to learn to do, singing, you don't even have to have talent, I guess, as long as you are able to devote the time to it.
I made it through the wilderness. Somehow I made it through it. Didn't know how lost I was until I found you.
I take that back. Singing might be an exception there. But different, instruments. This guy actually played an instrument on stage during his talk, his TED talk, and he learned it in 20 hours. So, hey, if you don't have 20 hours, then you really don't want to learn anything. And I think that that's a sad thing for you if you're not willing to learn a new skill. So if you're excited as I am, let me explain to you the 4-step process to doing this. Step number 1 is to deconstruct the skill, okay? And what you're doing there is you breaking that skill down into bite-sized pieces. You want to learn to fly a plane? Break it down in bite-sized pieces. Break down those gadgets, on the dashboard in the cockpit, and learn what each one of those items does, which will help you overall to be proficient or learn quicker that particular skill. Step number 2 is learn enough to self-correct, okay? So once you've dug into it, you've learned, got a few hours under your belt, now you're at a point where you can correct yourself and say, hey, I made a mistake there. Let me fix that. And once you become, that teacher for yourself, it helps also to move forward with continuing to learn that skill. Step number 3 is to remove all barriers. When you're getting ready to practice for whatever this skill is that you're trying to learn, you need to make sure that that's exactly what you're going to be doing, practicing. So you have to remove all distractions, okay? Go into your little place, wherever it is, where you're alone and you can be by yourself, and you can devote those hours that are necessary in order to learn the skill. Because as long as you got the television on, you got the phone ringing over here, you got the kids running around, those distractions are going to keep you from, absorbing that information and learning that new skill. And step number 4 is to practice for 20 hours, okay? Now there's more that's going to be in the ebook, and like I said, it'll be down here in the link below. Not an affiliate sale or anything. I'm not getting paid for any of this, but what it does is it makes me feel good to be able to offer this bit of advice to you, because I think that everyone out there is kind of under the assumption that it takes a long time to learn something. I was under that assumption until I actually found this actual TED talk, and I watched it, and I watched it twice. I watched it twice, as a matter of fact. And I was like, really, 20 hours is all it takes. So I'm inspired and pumped up, and I went and bought the book right away. I haven't gone through it. So normally when I make a recommendation of something I've already used, I already know it's going to be good, and plus it's only $15. I think that's a great investment, for me anyway. And I think it'll work for you as well. So you want to learn something new? You want to learn to fly a plane? You want to learn to, maneuver an Abrams tank? You can get it to you. Because actually the whole part of the 20 hours is that you got to be able to have the equipment to practice on. So a tank might be out of the question unless you're you're living in St. Louis and you work for the St. Louis Police Department. But that's another story. Okay, so anyway, that is the lesson today, is to learn a new skill fast. And the key word here is fast. 20 hours, that's all it takes. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. I'll be back tomorrow with something even more exciting than the information I shared with you today. Have a most blessed day. This is Barry Canada from L3 Success and LunchtimeRecordings.com. Take care and God bless.